Welcome to FUIME TV. I'm Earl Batman Stringer, and in this video, I want to talk about, oh shit, the gun control, the gun violence in America and in the world and all this shit, but mainly America. It was another mass shooting in Oregon, and it's like one of many that happens all the time, with the whole gun violence and everything. And then you get the politicians and shit like that, and they say, it's not the guns, who do, it's the people, and we got to get, see, the key is to get fucking, guns out of the hands of crazy people. We can't do that shit, and people say that too. People say that like, oh, change this shit. Oh, the whole gun thing, like we have to make sure people are mentally stable enough to have a gun because if we could do that, that would prevent these mass shootings and shit. Man, that's some bullshit. Like, let's be real. That's just some shit to say to justify all the bullshit. Because first and foremost, look at all of the gun violence in general. Let's just be real with the shit, right? It's motherfuckers movie shootings. Your ass can't even go to the motherfucking movies no more. You know, people getting shot at the movies, people getting shot at the club, people getting shot in the streets, people getting shot in schools, people getting shot at their fucking job. You can't even go to work no more. And if you got in an argument with your foreman the day before, his ass might come to work and shoot you, or your ass might come to work and shoot his dumb ass or his mean ass or whatever the reason is, right? So it's like, so all of this shit that constantly goes around, then it only really gets, looked at when it's a mass shooting, which now that shit's like once a month. It's a mass shooting somewhere, and everybody, oh fuck, you can't even do the news no more. Somebody might run up on your ass and shoot you doing a fucking news report. And then people say every time, man, we gotta figure out how to control this shit, man. We got to keep guns out of crazy people's hands. Newsflash, everybody motherfucking crazy. You name somebody that's not crazy. Name somebody that is so fucking stable mentally that they should have a fucking gun right by your average person, right? Your average person, in my opinion, you put a fucking gun next to them loaded, right? And let them fucking sit there and see their wife cheating on them right in front of them. Somebody fucking their wife, or they disrespect. They criticize them. How long do you think it'll take before at least that motherfucker would at least point that bitch at him? You gonna at least point it, and a lot of motherfuckers are gonna at least shoot at somebody. So it's like, is anybody stable enough? Everybody's like, we need to keep it out of the guns, hands of people, whatever. That's bullshit. Just keeping it real, right? Because I get it, it's the Second Amendment and all that, right to bear arms and all that shit. But I forget what comedian said. I don't know if it was Chris Rock. Somebody was like, well, whoever wrote that, the right to bear arms and shit, I don't think they was thinking like it would be like this. And you know what I'm saying? Because it's not even a black thing, a white thing. It's a responsible thing. Motherfuckers just ain't responsible enough to have guns and shit. That's just the reality of it. Everybody got guns and shit. I'm aware of it. It ain't going nowhere. Don't get me wrong. But it's just annoying to hear everybody when shit tragic, like Oregon happens and all that shit happens, people like band together in the church. Oh, you can't even go to church. That's another place you can't go. You might get shot at church. Anyway, so I just think it's kind of like, crazy that people, think like that and say, oh, well, it's just crazy people. And we all had the right to bear arms and protect ourselves and all this shit. Well, if that's the motherfucking case, where are all these right to bear arm people when all these crazy motherfuckers are shooting people? Like, I'm still waiting on the story to be like, all right, breaking news in a fucking university somewhere, Jonathan got up and he was about to spray up the whole fucking class, but little Susie took her fucking 9mm out her purse, which is legally registered, and she saved the day. Where the fuck is those stories at? You see what I'm saying? Like, so sitting there saying that, oh, you know, we all need to carry guns, right to bear arms. Well, if that's the case, how come people ain't saving motherfuckers and shit? You know, how come when the cops is about to shoot an unarmed black dude or white dude, whatever, whoever the fuck, how come that civilian with his gun permit, where he at? How come he ain't coming from behind a bush and shooting the cop before the cop shoot the motherfucker, right? Where's that shit at? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. But it's funny because, like, Virginia Tech shooting, if y'all remember that, depending how old you is. Years ago, motherfuckers shot up a classroom, killed motherfuckers, right? And I remember I did a video on YouTube. This probably was like 2008. And I got so much shit for it. I was just like, yo, you know, people don't need guns. Nah. You can have a gun if the fuck you want. I'm old enough to realize they ain't going nowhere. It's cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Guns, it is what it is. But just be honest with the shit. Because when I did that video in 2008, man, I got shit. It ain't make fucking sense. Oh, fucking nigger. Fucking, you just because you can't afford a gun. Like, man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's just real shit. And the only reason I'm making this video because it's just annoying. Every fucking 3 weeks you turn on the news and it's this fucking mass ass shooting. A movie theater, a church, a school, a job. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't even talk about street shit. That's a whole nother thing. Motherfuckers don't even talk about what motherfuckers happen in the hood and shit. They just fucking push that off like, oh, fucking they all kill each other. Who gives a fuck? We don't even talk about that shit. But in general, you know, it's like every fucking 3 weeks or some shit, and then everybody says, well, it's not that, you know, it's we have to figure out a way to keep guns out of the hands of crazy people. Listen, let's just be real with this. Some motherfuckers don't even know they crazy until they're crazy, until they start shooting shit up. Think about that. How can you predict who the fuck is crazy enough to do a mass shooting? Or better yet, how can you predict who's crazy enough to shoot their wife, shoot their kids, shoot the neighbor? How can you determine that shit? Like, really, like, is there a test that people can do that's really gonna say, all right, you failed the test. You're a high risk of shooting up the fucking college university, so you can't get this gun. But come on, man. You know, come on now. Let's just be honest. It's all good. Like I say, the gun industry is a $1 billion industry. Shit, I think guns are cool. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Shooting range, all that shit is cool. But that's the problem. Get off that whole, oh, it's mental, it's crazy people. We all fucking crazy. That's just the bottom line. It's proof. For anybody to see this video and start talking shit, it's proof. If I'm wrong, why is churches getting shot up? People in the street getting shot up. Innocent people by cops getting shot up. Cops don't even fucking need guns, to be honest with you. If you a cop and you training and shit, and you got a gun, that's your ultimate weapon. If your ass can't use a taser, pepper spray, or a baton, you shouldn't be a cop. You know what I mean? I know that's far-fetched and shit, but I feel horrible for like I can't imagine that shit. The Oregon family and the Virginia Tech years ago and Columbine kid, all this shit, you know. And it's just like, all people got to say is, we got to figure out a way to keep guns out of crazy people's hands. That's the answer. Bullshit.
I let the chain hang, yeah, I'm tattered up, and I love to cuss, I just don't give a fuck. See, I'm just doing me, and you should do you, yeah, I hear